In this channel we have already covered 2 regionals, and with them we reached to the conclusion that we had to change our team. And so, in this video, we made a new team and went into the best of 3 rank ladder on Showdown. So, join me as we go through this journey and let's see how well or how bad I can do. Okay, so we are fighting against a known Duck Core, the Dragonite, Archaludon, Blood Moon and Gdansk core with 2 Fake Out and Sneasler. This is a pretty common team. Let's see what our opponent is rocking. Okay. Okay. So, what can I see here? I do really like bringing this duo, this lead here. I think it's just extremely solid, right? Archaludon could be quite threatening to my opponent, and I do think it is an okay lead. Yeah, I do think it is an okay lead. Kingambit is a bit threatened here because of that Sneasler. I'm going to bring the Electabuzz. Now they are all weak to fighting type moves. Let's bring the Kingambit. Why not? So we have the Insane Rillaboom, which is a weird combination, to say the least. Like a really weird combination. That's okay. What do you have to do this? You have Flare Blitz. Okay. You're Terra Ghost. I don't, like I said, I don't feel that threatened. I'm just going to Quiver Dance. And why wouldn't I switch into the Electabuzz? I think I'm going to do this. I expected Terra Ghost from him, so I am just going to do this. Let's see. Oh, we didn't went for the Terra Ghost. That's fine. Yeah, double double Fake Out onto the Volcarona slot. Okay, that's completely fine. I am just going to go for the Quiver Dance. I don't lose anything by doing this. And to be honest, I'm just going to Volt Switch on the Insane. So Quiver Dance. Just going to Volt Switch onto the Insane slot and bring the Rillaboom again. Parting Shot. Okay. That's a little bit annoying, but that's fine as well. It isn't like that awful. It brings the Dragonite because it can just go for the Haze, right? But before you can go for the Haze, I can still get a Heat Wave, and more importantly, yeah, I'm just going to go on the offense here. I'm thinking that he's going to go for the Haze. I obviously don't want him to do that. I'm just going to go for the Heat Wave and the Drum Beating onto the Archaludon. Okay, so we brought the Insane again. Do you go for the Haze? You do go for the Haze. So that's actually not... I mean, it obviously is not good for me, but... I mean, I don't really mind that. So I'm just going to go for the Protect and the High Horsepower onto the Insane. Yep. We do a lot of damage to the Insane and he gets a Tailwind up, which is completely fine. Now he's always faster than me right now, right? Because he has Tailwind, doubles his speed. Yeah, so he's always faster than me. So it's useless for me to just... Okay, so I'm just going to do this. I'm going to do this and I'm going to bring the Electabuzz again. Skill Shot misses. Flare Blitz onto the Electabuzz. It does get the burn. We are getting really unlucky with these burns. But we do get a KO onto the Incineroar, which is pretty cool. And he brings Dorsaluna once more. Now, I'm just going to keep Heat Waving. I could just Volt Switch onto the Dragonite, but I'm kinda afraid that he's just going to go on the offense here. Would Protect do anything in this position? I mean, it would help us just stall out the Tailwind turns, right? Oof. The Skill Shot is going to KO us. Oh, it's... Damn. Okay, okay. Damn. This is just really awful. This is not good. So we see that Ursaluna is faster than our Volcarona, right? We Tailwind up. I'm just going to protect the Volk, and to be honest, yeah, I have to go into the Rillaboom. Skill Shot onto the Volk, that was expected, and the Yawn onto the Rillaboom. So our opponent predicted really well our moves here, but now he wants to set up the Tailwind. The thing is that I don't know. Oh, I do know I do know everyone that he has. I'm just going to go for the Terra Fairy. I am drowsy. He could just protect, so I'm just going to go into the Rillaboom, into the Electabuzz, I mean. Skill Shot does not affect the Volcarona, and do we get the KO? We do get the KO, okay. Nice, nice. This is completely fine, losing the Electabuzz here is completely fine, because now I can bring the Rillaboom, he brings his own Rillaboom, and now... what can I do? I'm just going to Heat Wave. Yeah, I think I can do this. I can Heat Wave and fake out the Ursaluna. Oh, I couldn't cancel in time, but yeah, this is fine. This is fine, we get the burn and the flinch on the Ursaluna. This is fine, that Ursaluna is going to start healing a bunch, but this is fine. We are not threatened at all by these guys, so I'm just going to Kowtow Cleave and drum beating the Ursaluna. Okay, we do get the KO, the Kowtow Cleave. Yeah, you're not going to do anything with that high horsepower, and the Kowtow Cleave does a lot of damage into you. Okay. That critical hit did not matter, because I was just going to attack with the Kingambit next, so it was going to be a KO either way, right? Going into the Sucker Punch. Okay, he forfeited. So let's go into the next one. Okay. So what did we gather here? He went with the double fake out lead in the previous turn. That was a little bit weird. But now I kinda want to gamble a little bit, right? I want to go into the Volcarona Kingambit. I want to see how he responds to this. That Golden Oak threatens me a little bit. I don't really like it. So bringing the T-Tar, I mean, it does not feel good to me. I am going to bring the Rillaboom. I think Rillaboom is nice in this matchup. And I'm going to bring the Ursaluna. So let's see what our opponent does. Do you lead with the Rillaboom? Or you do lead with the Rillaboom, giving us a special defense boost, which I really enjoy. And I could just double protect, but I'm actually just going to protect the Volk. And And to be honest, I could just Swords Dance the Kingambit here, and I think that that's what I'm going to do. Yep, fake out onto the Volk, this was expected. He sets up the Tailwind. Tailwind that does not matter at all. So yeah, we are in a really good position. I could just go for the Terra Fairy, and I do think I'm just going to do that. And Terra Blast the Dragonite, whilst Sucker Punching the Dragonite to break the multi-scale, but is that really worth it? Because I think he could just go for the Haze, so I'm just going to Heat Wave actually. And Cut Out Cleave the Rillaboom. Scale Shot does do a bit of damage. I could have broken the multi-scale. Ooh, it does a lot of damage. We should survive. We do survive. That is why I didn't want to Terrestrialize. And Cut Out Cleave does a lot of damage. Wow. Oh, I'm at +2. Sorry. I'm at +2, I forgot. I'm sorry. And now we are in a fantastic position with this Kingambit. Like in a really fantastic position. So let's think about what it can do. This Dragonite can't do much on a Scale Shot or Haze right now. I think Haze is the option. I don't really enjoy that, but I can't do much about it. I am just going to go for the Quiver Dance and the Cut Out Cleave onto the Dragonite. Oh, okay, if I went for the Terra Fairy, you wouldn't be able to do anything, man. We should survive the Flare Blitz. Yeah, okay. We do not get burned, which was a real concern of mine. Losing the Volcarona is a little bit annoying, but I don't think it's that bad, but it is really annoying. I'm actually just going to bring the Archaludon. I haven't Terra'd yet, right? So bringing the Rillaboom could actually be better. He goes for the Sneasel. Okay, so this is fine. This is actually fine. I'm just going to fake out the Sneasler. I could actually also just go... Do we think we can KO with a Kingambit? Let's try, right? Terra Ghost? Terra Ghost. Let's see if this works out. Ah, we don't. Oh! Let's go! Let's go! We survived. We actually survived. We are faster than the Insane. We did how much with Sucker Punch? 53%. I mean, the Sneasler could protect. Oh, I am... Oh, do we do it? I'm gonna do it. Oh, Sucker Punch failed. It goes for the Sword Dance. Oh, and we don't KO. Oh, this is not good. Oh, and we survive. Okay, so this is madness. I'm gonna high horsepower the Sneasler and Sucker Punch the Insane. Remove the Insane out of the equation, right? Who do you go for? Acrobatics onto the Rillaboom. That is actually fine. That is actually fine. Because the Sneasler can only attack one Pokemon at a time, right? I'm just going to Earth Power and Sucker Punch you. Yeah, Sucker Punch endgame is the best option. And And I have... oh, but you can just boost yourself a lot. Cleave. I mean, there is nothing else that I can do, right? I could go for the Sucker Punch, but you could just go for the Swords Dance. You protected. He saw that I went for that, so now I'm just going to Sucker Punch, and I win. Let's go. The mind games. Let's go. Oh, this match was so fun. A really close match, but it was so fun. I love Kingambit, man. I just love Kingambit. What a fun match. So here's the board. So we are against another Sandstorm team, so this is pretty cool. And let's see what our opponent brings. So Focus Excadrill with Swords Dance, Assault Vest T-Tar, Mirror Arcanine, Insane, Citrus Among Us, okay. So, what could we do here? I actually don't dislike just going into this, right? I don't see that much issue with this. I could also just go with the Kingambit, right? Would not be bad, but then I would give a +2 boost to the Insane, and that would not be fun at all. So let's see. No. I don't dislike this lead. I think Archaludon can do something here. I actually don't dislike the Kingambit. So let's see how this goes. Okay, so this was the lead that I was looking for. Okay, nice. So now we have a small issue here, right? Our Rillaboom does not have Protect, so that's a big thing to account for. The Insane has a defense boost, which is not good at all. I think I'm just going to go for a simple play, where I'm going to protect the Volcarona. I think this is completely expectable, and I'm just going to Grassy Glide the Basculegion. Basculegion goes for the Fire Terra, which is as expectable, and Wave Crash the Volcarona. Okay, so we actually don't lose anything with this. Our opponent wastes the Terra, which is nice for us, and he has Terra Blast, but he's locked into Wave Crash. Okay. So now what can I do? What can I do here? I actually don't have a lot that I can do. I could just go for the Terra Fairy and Quiver Dance. Or I could go for the Terra Blast and High Horsepower the Basculegion. We are going to survive the Wave Crash. This I was accounting for, and we don't KO it. Okay, so that's not favorable for us, of course. It's not that good for us. I'm just going to bring the Archaludon. We know that the Terra Blast did 24%, am I right? So it is okay to just Terra Blast again. The Wave Crash did 58% to our Volcarona, which is not good. I think we are actually cooked for this one. I should have went with the Kingambit. I'm actually cooked for this one. Oh! Okay, so this is awesome. This is actually not bad at all. Okay. The Insane survives, and we know that the Insane is quite fast. The Kilowattrel is probably just going to go for a Tailwind. I don't mind going for a Quiver Dance. I think it's quite safe from us. And because that's a really fast. Yeah, I'm just going to go for the Quiver Dance and Earth Power the Insane. I was expecting this. Yep, the Snarl is going to come out, which is completely fine by me. Okay, and we take the Insane. He's probably going to bring the Basculegion again. So we need to account for that. Oh, he brought the T-Tar. Okay. He brought the T-Tar. The T-Tar has Rock Slide, Knockoff, Low Kick and Terror Blast. Okay. And it's probably faster than us as well. Do you guys think we can survive? I think I'm actually just going to get a little bit of healing and on the T-Tar. Yeah, okay, so this is fine. If we don't flinch, it's fine. Yep. Nice, okay. Okay, so this is nice, We are regaining some momentum. Okay. The T-Tar is going to fall asleep now. And what can we do? I think Heatwave is pretty fine, generally. And I'm just going to Earth Power. Yeah, we survived this. Heatwave. This is fine, I just wanted to take the T-Tar and the Volcarona. Okay, so this flinch is actually a little bit worrisome, but not that much, because this is what I wanted. I wanted the Volcarona to go down, which it did, and now I just get free targeting into the T-Tar. So this is actually pretty nice for us. Our opponent has a Choice Scarf, it has to attack. The T-Tar is asleep, like I said, but it should be fine. So this actually worked out pretty well. It does 0 damage, of course, but this is fine. Now I do have to get greedy here. I do have to Swords Dance, and I am just going to Earth Power again. Okay, another 19%. And now the Sandstorm is just going down. And what can I do here? I actually think I want to stall the Sandstorm. So let's see. A double protect, he woke up like we expected, and a low kicked. But this is fine because now no, we actually know that T-Tar is locked. Is not locked. Doesn't have an additional protection from the Sandstream, so we are going to do extra damage with Archaludon, which is quite fine. He can only KO one of us, so I'm actually just going to yawn again. He cannot kill us, so I go for the yawn. I go for the protect. T-Tar is going to fall asleep. I could have just KO'd him this turn, but I didn't want to take any chances. But yeah, he's asleep, and now we just win. Okay, so GG's to our opponent for the first game. Let's go into the second one. I am ready. Let's go for the second one. So, I think our lead was actually pretty nice. We got a pretty nice lead against that Bascaligian and Insane. But we also have to account for that it was kind of scary at the beginning, right? So let's think a little bit about this. What can we do? I actually don't dislike bringing the Archaludon, right? Archaludon Rillaboom could be interesting. So do we go for that? I actually don't dislike this because we can pressure pretty well the Bascaligian. And I am going to bring the Volk and the Kingambit. Volcarona could be quite tricky to position though. Let's try. So he goes for the Insane and Kilowattrel this time. Okay. That is completely fine. The Kilowattrel has covered cloak, if I'm not mistaken. It has covered cloak. Okay. I'm expecting an air slash onto the Rillaboom slot. I don't feel that threatened at the moment. So I'm just going to Blood Moon the Kilowattrel, right? I don't want any tail-end pressure from our opponent. And I am just going to bring the Kingambit in. Okay. Okay. So it didn't do what I expected him to do, but that's completely fine. Still, I'm just going to Earth Power. The Insane. I think I played this one really bad. Really poorly. I could have gotten the fake out onto the Insane, but that's fine. So we are in a tricky position here. I want to remove the Kilowattrel. And I'm just going to go for the Ghost Terra and Swords Dance. I want to start pressuring people with... Oh, why did you do this? No, my Kingambit is at +4 right now. So, I mean... that has to be a little bit scary for you, no? I know that you did this to get a power boost, but like, come on. Surely this is not that beneficial. I'm just going to go for the Earth Power. I could also just double protect, right? Which, yeah, okay, fine. This is fine. Yep, okay, this is the expected. I wanted to regain a bit of HP with the Kingambit. I don't think we survive a +2 Flare Blitz. Even though it's not super effective, it's going to do a lot of damage to us, right? But I want to remove the Insane. I'm just going to go for the Earth Power and Sucker Punch. Yep, this is completely fine. Just going to Sucker Punch. 57%, that's massive. And we survive, actually. So this is actually really nice for us. But this was kind of what I expected, right? And now we have a really threatening Kingambit on the board. And I'm just going to go for the Yawn and protect with the Kingambit. I don't feel threatened right now. Yeah, that is basically it. I don't feel threatened at all in this position. So yeah, I don't think the Kilowattrel does anything relevant as well. So yeah, and I'm just going to Earth Power and Sucker Punch the T-Tar. The Sucker Punch does go off, 54% is massive. We do lose the Kingambit, but if we don't get flinched, yep, this is a really nice position for us. Okay. The Kilowattrel actually survives, which is a little bit bothersome, but it's fine. I'm going to go for the Rillaboom. We have priority attacks, right? With Aggressive Glide and Fake Out. Even though the Fake Out won't KO, we could still go for that. And I'm just going to go for the Earth Power and Grassy Glide on the Kilowattrel. We do take the Kilowattrel. We are going to take the T-Tar. So yeah, this is pretty fine. Now he brings the last respects Basculegion. Yep. He did not use... this is really important. He did not use the Terra yet, if I'm not mistaken. So last respects could actually just go wild here, right? And what can we do to counteract that? Last respect... oh, but this is really interesting because it cannot last respects to Archaludon, right? He has to Wave Crash to Archaludon. I'm actually just going to protect and drum beat the Basculegion. Yeah, okay, nice. This is really nice. This critical hit, does it matter that much? It could, it could. But we are 3-1 and he's locked into Fire Blast. I don't think you are doing anything, man. To be honest. Just going to go for the Earth Power and the High Horsepower. Yep, and we get the win. Okay, this was a really nice best of 3 in my opinion. But yeah, I really enjoyed this one, and let's go on to the next one. We are against a rain team. Okay, with a weird rain team with Sinistcha and Archaludon. Okay. Choice Scarf Gholdengo, Loaded Dice Dragonite. Okay, so his team is actually quite interesting. But I think I'm quite well if I do this, if I bring the Volcarona in the first turn. T-Tar, I think it's quite good here. As well as Kingambit, I'm not gonna lie, Kingambit is nice, but I like the Archaludon a little bit more. So yeah, we have this lead. He goes for a nice lead of his own. I think we are quite fine. I'm just going to Heat Wave. I don't see why not. I know that the Gholdengo is faster. So he could just give the Choice Scarf onto the Rillaboom, but I mean, that is completely fine by me, or the Volcarona, I mean. I could also just Quiver Dance, and he gives me the Choice Scarf, right? I'm just going to fake out the Dragonite, break the Multi-Scale, give me, let's go! We are not locked into Quiver Dance, I think, because we are. Oh, that's fine. I'm just going to go for the Quiver Dance again, and I'm going to bring my Tyranitar. I mean, it wasn't the best scenario, but that's fine. Power Gem does do a lot of damage against us, but we are fine here. I'm just going to go for the Terra Fairy and knock off the Volk. Quiver Dance once more. Scale Shot to the Archaludon, okay. But is your Archaludon faster than us? I don't think it is. I really don't think it is. Damn, so many boosts. We knock off our choice scarf, and we are really fast right now. You are a Terra fighting Terra type. I want to remove the Archaludon. If I'm just going to be honest, I want to remove the Archaludon. And I want to remove the Dragonite. Oh, we don't KO, no way. Oh, what? You do KO us. You only KO'd us because of that critical hit, by the way. I actually know that calc. And that is just really annoying. That is actually really annoying. But whatever. I'm just going to protect the Volk here. I can just buy one turn, right? And I'm just going to fake out the Archaludon. If I'm going to fake out the Archaludon, I could just Quiver Dance and fake out the Archaludon. I didn't lose anything. Skull Shot. This is fine. Now you are forced to make a decision. I am faster than you, so now I'm forcing you to choose what you're going to do, right? Because Archaludon is going to Pewter out, so I can just Heat Wave, and I know that I'm faster than all of you, with the exception of you. But I'm still just going to Heat Wave, and I want to certify that Archaludon goes down. Gonna high horsepower the Archaludon. We do get the KO, so high horsepower goes into the Dragonite, which is fine. We do get the KO as well. This is fine. And now the Gdansk comes in with Archaludon. I kinda forgot about this. And they are under Tailwind, which is not good. And yep, this is not good. Oh, we are just going to get KO'd, man. Yeah, we are definitely going to get KO'd. Make It Rain is going to KO us both. Yep. We bring the Archaludon, but that is not going to matter because we, like I said, are going to get KO'd right now. I'm just going to protect either way. Trick fails. Facade goes into the Archaludon. I am just going to yawn the Gdansk. Can I even yawn? I don't think we can yawn good as gold. I do think the Archaludon is going to go for the protect. Oh, he didn't go for the protect. Okay. That is fine. Okay, I'm ready. Let's go for the second game. This one was... Ay. Okay. The previous game, he went for... This is the one now. The previous game, he went for what lead? Gdansk, with a Gdansk lead. I mean, I think I have to do this. I have to do the same thing, right? I do think I have to do the same thing. Kingambit is pretty nice, but I have to remove the Archaludon first. And I want a resistance to the Gdansk, but I think that Archaludon, I have to save the Terra for the Archaludon, I think. Yeah, and he goes for the same stuff. Okay. So now I'm not going to do the same mistake. I am just going to Heat Wave again and go for the fake out onto the Dragonite. I could also go for the drum beating into the Gdansk to slow it down, but I think I want to just break the multi-scale onto the Dragonite. He goes for the trick, but I'm going to Heat Wave right now, so I'm not going to fall for the same mistake. And I am just going to Heat Wave again. like I said, I'm not going to fall for the same mistake. He's going to bring the Archaludon, most likely. But that's fine. I'm just going to keep doing a bunch of damage to it. I'm just going to drum beat the Dragonite slot. I want to keep his speed in check. He didn't switch, okay, so I'm just going to keep your speed in check, my guy. Okay. He goes for the Tailwind. This is generally fine. I'm just going to Heat Wave. I know that he's going to protect the Ursaluna, right? But I do have priority Grassy Glide here. So I could just keep going for the Grassy Glide. He protects. We knew that was going to be the case, but I'm just going to keep doing my own thing. I want to just keep pressuring the Ursaluna. I want that Ursaluna to go for the Terra Ghost. Thank you for going for the Terra Ghost. Scale Shot missed. Heat Wave goes through. So, okay, this is fantastic. I mean, we just got our opponent in a checkmate position right now, because we can just Sucker Punch the Ursaluna, which is going to do a lot of damage, and we could just drum beat the Dragonite. Like I said, I don't feel threatened at all, and I don't want my Ursaluna to lose HP. Could just Sucker Punch. Could just high horsepower the Ursaluna. No, but I'm going to Sucker Punch and drum beat the Dragonite. So this was what I was planning, man. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. Let's think a bit. What do we do in this position? We could go for the Terra Ghost. Swords Dance, but we don't KO the Archaludon, right? The Ursaluna is really important here. I'm just going to... I can't even Sucker Punch the Dragonite. I'm going to protect the Kingambit. And... I'm just going to drum beat the Dragonite. I'm expecting them Body Press onto the Archaludon, onto the Kingambit slot. He went for the Rillaboom, but that's fine. I don't mind losing my Rillaboom here. So that's that. I'm just going to Sucker Punch the D-Knight. Thing is... This is not good for me. But I have to do this, I think. I have to cut out, cleave you, and drum beat you, I think. Body Press misses. This is nice. Scale Shot. I mean, it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. We do take the Dragonite at least. And another cool thing is that we now... Okay, so this is not the best position, but at least now we do have a way to win. I can just double protect here, right? Stall the Tailwind. Body Press, okay. And Headlong Rush onto the Kingambit slot. So I put the Ursaluna in a checkmate position here. And I do think we survive a Body Press, so I'm just going to yawn. Okay. Sucker Punch failed. Body Press. We don't survive. I am still just going to Sucker Punch the Ursaluna. Oh, this is not good. I'm going to Swords Dance. Oh, this is not good. I thought we survived. This flash cannon is doing 35, 33. We don't do it. We actually don't do it. I'm just going to Sucker Punch. Yeah, 0 damage, by the way. Unfortunate, we end up 2-2. Oh, he was really high leveled. Damn. I didn't saw that. Our opponent was really high leveled. So I think I'm just going to do one more actually. We do have 1 hour of recording right now. I'm just going to do one more. So, we are against a peculiar team. Yo, guys. Oh, no, it isn't. I was going to say that I was just using my tech, but he's using an Isui Electrode, but with a choice specs, so it's not my set. Okay. I think we are going to lead with the usual. I want to see how they respond to this. Oh yeah, it's Tarot Blotter. Yeah, I want to see how you respond to this. I for sure want to see that. I want to bring the Kingambit. And lastly... Electabuzz or Ursaluna? Ursaluna could be quite cool here. It's a little bit threatened by a lot of stuff. Electabuzz could be funny. Archaludon. I don't want to bring the T-Tar. What are you going to do? You are Terra Ground. Oh, so you're going to discharge. Okay. I mean, I can just Quiver Dance and fake out the Master Ball. I do not... Yeah. We are faster. Okay. Are we faster than the Master Ball? We are. So this worked out really well in our favor. And we can expect a... Oh, he doesn't have Flare Blitz. Oh, this is just awesome. I'm just going to Heat Wave and High Horsepower. We do get the KO onto the Master Ball. And we do High Horsepower. The Insane goes for the knockoff, but we do not have an item. This is why... Oh, we just... Okay, he just... Okay. Oh, he actually just, like, straight up forfeited everything. Okay, so... I guess we have time for one more. Just 1 second. Okay, and we are against a balanced team. This is the team. Let me just check the items here. So this is a team that is really similar to the one that has been winning most events. So this is pretty nice. And what do I think we can do here? They have a Volcarona, which is really worrisome, but I think we can do something about it. This first one is always, for me, it's always really tricky. But I think I'm just going to go with the T-Tar. I don't see why not. I do think we have a good matchup into everything. And I want a fast fake out, which I have access to with the Rillaboom. I think Kingambit could be quite good. Do I bring my own Volcarona? I'm going to bring the Archaludon to this one. So it brings the Volk with its own Rillaboom, okay. This is completely fine. Now, this is the big question here, right? Because a Volk can just start quiver dancing, and the T-Tar is a bit threatened right now, but I think I have to go on the offense, so I am just going to go for the Rock Tomb. The Volcarona is Fairy Terra, so yeah, I think I'm just going to go for this, and I'm also just going to fake out the Volk, just in case it wants to go after my own T-Tar. Rock Tomb and fake out the Volk. Okay, so we both disconnect? So we went for the Wood Hammer on my T-Tar to take the T-Tar. Okay, that's not good at all. Okay. I'm actually just going to go for this. Okay, so this Volcarona is really well positioned. I didn't think this through that well. Okay, that disconnect kinda made me lose my footing here. That's a little bit annoying. I'm just going to go for the Blood Moon onto the Rillaboom, onto the Volcarona, I mean. And I'm just going to high horsepower the Volk. Okay, so this is fine. Terra Electric didn't do much, but at least I'm just going to yeah, okay, do a lot of damage. This is fine. This is completely fine. Right now we are in a tricky position. I'm just going to yawn the Volk, and I'm just going to bring the Kingambit in. This Volcarona is really threatening. So yeah. Let's see what we can do here. I think I am always forced to bring the Kingambit. The Volk protected. Okay. And the Encore onto the Blood Moon. Okay. That is fine. I'm going to bring the Rillaboom in. It's not ideal, but because now we are we can get KO'd, right, by a heat wave. I'm actually going to struggle. I hope we hit the Volk, because if I do this, like, I'm screwed if I do this. Here to hope that we do well. Heat wave, yeah. So this one is over. I think I can do this, forfeit this one. I'm ready to go. Let's go for the second one. But that play was obvious, right? But yeah, I couldn't do much. And now we have to think about what went wrong in the last game and try to improve, right? So Rillaboom was really threatening, but I do think if we go with these two, I'm hoping that he's going to lead with his own Rillaboom. Do we do that? Because this Rillaboom is really threatening for my team, right? What can we do here? Because leading T-Tar was not the answer, right? And I don't have anyone that actually wants to take a heat wave. I'm going to lead with the Electabuzz. I'm going to try to gain a speed control, right? Tyranitar could be useful here to break the Focus Sash. and Kingambit or Archaludon. I think I'm just going to go for the Archaludon. Volk and Rilla, okay. So now our opponent can only fake out one of us, which is extremely important, and I would say that it's going to fake out the Volcarona. The opposing Volcarona cannot achieve much, I think. So let's think about what to do. I mean, Heatwave just threatens the Rillaboom right off the gate, right? But I think I want to Quiver Dance, and I'm going to Quiver Dance and Electro Web. I don't want to waste my Terra yet. So yeah, fake out onto the Volk, this was expected. He goes for the Quiver Dance, also expected, but I'm just going to go for the Electro Web, diminishing the Volk's speed. And this is quite important, right? So right now I could just Quiver Dance myself, but would that achieve much? Because we are going to be exposed to a lot of damage. I think I am going to go for the Quiver Dance, and I'm just going to go for the Electro Web again. Okay, he switches in the Volk, the Archaludon, I mean. This is fine. This is mostly fine. He is immune, but that is fine. Because now I can just... I could... I'm at +1 only. I actually just want to protect. But I could Earth Power my Electabuzz, right? Even though T-Tar is not immune to this, I kinda wanna bring him. Volcarona went for another Quiver Dance. Okay, so you are daring. Okay. And what can I do here? I can only go for the Heat Wave, right? And I am just going to do that. I'm going for the Heat Wave, Terra Flying, and to be honest, I'm just going to go for the Rock Tomb. Okay, he brings you in the Rillaboom. Do you protect? You do protect, but you are going to eat a Heat Wave, I mean. This is fine. So Rillaboom is really threatened right now. And I could just protect the Volk, but I don't want to lose the pressure that I'm actually just gathering here. So I'm just going to Quiver Dance and Rock Tomb. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. Rillaboom is not going to do much damage now. He is going for another boost with the Quiver Dance, but I'm just going to reduce your speed. And we are supposedly with the same speed stat, right? But, oh no, I don't have confirmation. Yeah, I don't have confirmation yet. I'm just going to Heat Wave. And I think Terra Blast is just the answer, right? I'm just going to Heat Wave and keep rock tombing. This is fine. I am just pressuring your team with a lot of spread damage. If I had Rock Slide, I would have been in a better position, right? But it's fine. I don't really mind. Now, it is important to KO that Archaludon, so I am just going to go for a Heat Wave and a knockoff onto the Volk, even though the Volcarona, his Volcarona, protected last turn. I think this is important. Just going to go for the Heat Wave and a knockoff. I want to remove the Archaludon. Yep, Yep. Let's go. Let's go. My EVs are clutch. My EVs are clutch. So that Rillaboom is basically dead. And that's important to keep in mind, right? But that Volcarona is really scary. Now we can expect a fake out. But I mean, yeah, it can just fake out the Volk. Quiver Dance is own Volcarona, right? And I'm just going to be taking a lot of damage. I don't want that. So yeah, I'm just going to protect. And I'm just going to keep... yep, and I'm just going to keep Rock Tombing. I am going to lose the T-Tar, but that was expected, right? And now what can we do? Going into the Archaludon is not a correct option at all. But this Volcarona can just KO anything that it wants. That it wants to KO, right? So that's really not cool. I am at the same speed stat. I'm just going to Quiver Dance and Electro Web. Yeah, this doesn't do anything. Just going to Quiver Dance. It does do a lot of damage and it does burn us, but that's fine. Now we know that we are in fact faster than everyone, right? So let's try to leverage that. I hope I hit this, man. But because I just spoke, I'm not going to hit it. Protect, okay. Heatwave goes through, KOs the Rillaboom, that is fine. The Electro Web does go out, but it doesn't do anything. Okay, so you bring the Ninetales. Good thing I went for Heatwave, right? But I would still be faster, but whatever. I'm just going to Heatwave and Electro Web. A Heatwave does 21% to the Volcarona, and another Heatwave KOs our dear Electabuzz. So this is a really complicated endgame. I cannot protect, so I just have to go for the Heatwave. He's just going to go for the Blizzard, right? And KO my... and KO my Archaludon. But this is the only thing that I can do. Heatwave goes for the Sash. Blizzard just KOs us, right? Yeah, Blizzard Heatwave KOs. Okay. So we do lose this one, but it was a really interesting match, to be honest. So yeah. Thank you guys for watching the video so far, and I hope that you all enjoyed this, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. See ya!